Oh shit, I still got the thing on here. Mm, was good. Today is October 13th, Monday, October 13th, 2010, 8:37 p.m. Eastern time. Mm, I tried to do my live yesterday on Derek Groves. Unfortunately, I guess my microphone was having issues. Well, I was using a laptop and it appeared that my mic was good. It appeared that my mic was good. It was good, Puerto Rican rum. It appeared as if my mic was good, like on my screen, but apparently it wasn't. Um, but this African dude, he been telling me, "Oh yeah, I got you with the computer," but he's been like playing with me, and it's rare because, or this is weird because in the past he was quick on helping me with my equipment, and now he's kind of prolonging it. Maybe he's busy. I don't know what's going on. So now I'm on my phone. So I told myself, you know what? If this guy keeps playing with you, just keep going live on your phone. Um, and if not, then just I'm gonna get a new laptop or something. Because my whole thing is I don't want to go out my way. This is just a disclaimer before I start the show. I don't want to go out my way and just prematurely get a laptop, a desktop if I don't need it, right? So that's why I'm kind of waiting to see what's going on. If he could revive my computer, but it's all good, it's whatever. Shout out to the people on Facebook, shout out to people on Instagram, sorry, Facebook and YouTube watching. Um, Puerto Rican Rum says Columbus was effed up, but neither me or you wouldn't exist without him. So F it. It is what it is. Yo, and this right here, this is the comment of the show. And that's what I've been saying for a long time. Columbus, he wasn't necessarily an angel, but neither did he invent colonization or he didn't invent corruption or evilness, right? He was operating under the times that those people were operating where he didn't invent conquest. Um, when I try to have these discussions on history and whatnot, I try to speak more from a objective mindset, not pointing fingers, because it's easy to point fingers. That's the lazy thing to do. What I'll try to do is analyze things as a storyline. I try not to input myself and have an emotional connection to what already happened. There's nothing I could really do to that. You know what I'm saying? I just want to state the fact that he's the GOAT. Christopher Columbus was the GOAT because he's the greatest voyager ever. Um, his journey through the Atlantic Ocean changed the world as we know it today. There was an instant and permanent connection between Europe and the Americas, you know, and Asia and all that whatnot. People are gonna say, "Yo, fighter," but what about all the evil things that either happened because of him or that he actually did? Well, like the indigenous people, the eradication of those indigenous people, right? The population. Then I tell people, yo, you know what? People don't understand. And there's a good book on this. It's called Guns, Steel, and Germs. and they discuss how of those indigenous people, tribe population, 90, 80 to 90% of those people, those humans, were deleted via diseases, right? Before there was even any warfare, there wasn't out just because they were outgunned. It was because they contracted diseases that their bodies weren't built for. They weren't immune to that. And like a prime example of this is the reason why it took Europe so long to conquer Africa, for example, was because there was a nickname for Africa for white men way back when. To conquer for them to conquer like Central Africa. And it was the white man's grave. It was known as the white man's grave because they weren't immune. They couldn't fight diseases like yellow fever or malaria. So the moment these European people went out there to cause havoc or whatever, they were instantly pew pewed, and not by a spear. You know what I'm saying? Not by no hyena, trained domesticated hyena. Nah, it was malaria, yellow fever, and then so then like people of black or African descent, we have a gene. We have the like the sickle cell gene in our bodies, right? And it fights. So look at this, right? So then, and everything has a pro and a con to it. So then, like, even though sickle cell is deadly to us, but something in it protects you against malaria and yellow fever. So not until the European man, they found some it was some herb or some herbal natural medicine they they took from South America that they were able to fight off malaria and yellow fever. And then at that point, Central Africa was all set. You know, like the interior of South Africa. Because at that point, all Europe could really do, they took over the coastal of Africa, or they would trade with them too. Everything wasn't just warfare. Some of it was just mutual trade too. So that's just how history's been. And it wasn't just always racial. It was just your group of people versus my group of people, and let's see what happens. Um, and that's just how I try to depict history. I try to not to assert my personal beliefs or biases. I try to just really absorb it as a storyline, right? You want to be an unbiased journalist or whatever, or audience member. You want to see the truth for what it is. Um, Sort of like when a courtroom picks someone to do jury duty, right? You're gonna be a juror in a case. You can't be biased, bro. You have to try to be as balanced as you can. But sometimes that's too much for people. That's too much for people. It's too much for people to abandon their positions. It's just too much. They they want to show loyalty to rhetoric. Okay. Okay, so Rakim says, "What's up?" He says, "I guess the world's okay. Sorry, I guess the Euros would have to thank Christopher Columbus because without him, they would still believing in they would still be living in famine and squalor." Um. Well, so let me. So all right. So let me explain to you, Rakim. So at the time when that happened, didn't Spain have the greatest uh matter of fact, let me ask you this question. Why do you believe they were in famine and squalor? And what period were they in famine and squalor? How did at that time being, how did Spain have the greatest, how did Portugal and Spain have the greatest naval ships, the greatest navy in the world at the time, if they were only in famine and squalor? If you're in famine and squalor, wouldn't it be difficult to want to participate in voyage? How did they have all this surplus of energy and innovation, and you know you would have to explain a pinpoint at what time, what was their famine and squalor? And then even if that's the case, all right, can you blame someone for trying to survive? I don't know. I mean, if there's a problem, you try to find a solution, right? Some people, if they're broke, they'll ask for a loan, a family or friend. Some people, they get on the corner and panhandle. Some people rob a bank. Some people sell drugs. Some people go apply and get a job. Some people sign up for an EBT card. You know, there's many variables, right? There's a myriad of variables. Um, my whole premise is Columbus. He opened up Pandora's box, and that's it. And people don't want to acknowledge that he showcased bravery, especially in those times. We're talking about, bro. Yo, we could just think about this. Think how much technology has advanced in our lifetime and how it's changed our lives. Let's just look at the cell phone. From I remember my mom had a cell phone like in 2001, 2002. I remember my mom having a cell phone. And I still remember people had beepers. I remember my teacher still had beepers. I still remember that. So just imagine from 2000 to 2025 where the cell phone has gone. So that's technology in a 25. That's not even a grain of sand when it comes to history. So then when we look at naval advancements from we're talking about now present day, and you when we talking about back in 1492, bro. 1492, bro. Was good, Irby? Was good, Rick? Yo, and I've been saying this earlier. And I was saying, I was having this discussion earlier, right? Fighter, we have to stop pretending that the indigenous and well, not on this live, but I've been preaching this. Fighter, we have to stop pretending that the indigenous and Africans were peaceful saints. They deleted and enslaved each other. Oh, bro, I made a post about that. Okay, I made a post how the Incas, the Aztecs, the Mayans, um, these folk, they participated in human sacrifice. Not all of them, but the same way, not all Europeans, not all Africans, not all Asians are bad people, but every group of people have participated in colonization. Because we all attribute colonization to always being bad, but colonization just means, oh, I brought a colony here. It doesn't always mean you took over other people. That's not what it always means. Not all the time, but every damn near every group of people of every shade in the race, they have participated in colonization, hegemony, um, slave trade, slavery, human sacrifice, grape. This is not exclusive to pilgrims. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, this is not exclusive to them. Now, this whole happy Indigenous Day, bro, that's cool. That's cool. All right, so Puerto Rican rum says, remember to arguably the greatest general in the Spaniard Armada was Juan Garrido, a black man. Yes, sir. You know that I could talk. I could talk about that. I could talk about that. Um, yeah, people. I heard that too, but I feel like now people been stretching it. But then, like Dr. Phil good. Does that make him good now? Because if he was black, you see what I'm saying? If he was black, people wouldn't say anything bad about him. I think not. Right? They're gonna say he was great. Um, Europe became wealthy because of the New World. They were in famine and squalor and a lot of diseases. Only the elite had the resources. Okay, so now you're speaking about hierarchies, right? Um, was that feudalism? So at that time, who they were in competition with? Who? England. They were in competition with Portugal. They wanted to find new trade routes because, if I'm not mistaken, Europe wasn't. There was a lot of competition at that time. Um, Portugal was leading the world in navigation, and that's when Columbus proposed to them, "Hey, man, I can find these new trade routes. I can find a different way to get to Asia." And no, they kept rejecting them. France rejected them. English rejected them. Portugal, Spain rejected them at first because Spain was, I think, oh, they were going at war for, I think it was for Granada. So then, King Ferdinand and Isabella, they rejected him. Then he circled back because a lot of people were saying, because in his mind, the Earth was smaller than what he thought. In his mind, he think, oh, the Earth is small. It's real small. Well, scholars was saying, yo, we can't finance this trip or this voyage. We can't sacrifice all these respected men to go on this journey that we don't know is like a crash out mission. It's a crash dummy mission. We don't know if y'all gonna make it back. We're gonna invest all of this in navigation, in food, when a lot of you guys are gonna pass away because you think that the voyage is this short, but it's actually farther. And in his mind, yeah, okay. This is another argument, real quick. They say, oh yeah, if Columbus didn't discover nothing even before him. It was Leif Erikson. Leif Erikson, he was the Viking, from Norsemen from Nordic countries. Bro, he went to Canada from Greenland to Canada, bro. What it was, and they didn't settle there. They didn't stay there because you know why? They couldn't handle that winter cold weather. They couldn't stay there, bro. A lot of those, they went back. Those that survived, them Vikings couldn't stay. I'm like, yeah, we out of here. They didn't stay there. They didn't make a new world and colonize and build civilizations. No, they went back. They left. A lot of them left or passed away. So this is why Columbus made the Americas known to the world. That was the great difference. He made it known into the. That's what he discussed. He said, "Yo, this is real land out here that we could live on, and then we could take over, and we could trade, and we can bring things from over here to back over there to Europe, or we can." And they brought things from over there that are great over here. So every it's not all bad. There was a lot of good. So what people don't understand is Christopher Columbus opened up a Pandora's box of good things and bad things. But guess what? If you're Caribbean, especially if you're Caribbean, yo, you wouldn't exist, bro. If you believe in that Africa, out of Africa theory, you wouldn't exist, bro. Just think about that. Think about the butterfly effect and all that. The same way how corn, potato, tomatoes were taken from the Americas, and certain herbs and certain medicines were taken from the Americas, and they took to Europe and Asia. The same way things were taken from Europe, like cattle and inventions and ingenuity and animals, cattle, all that foods were taken from Europe and brought here too. So both sides benefited. Now, on the losing end, the indigenous couldn't compete with the white men. They couldn't compete with them when it came to warfare. Not in stature and not in weaponry. And that was their advantage. And we have to be they were like 2,000 years ahead of them when it comes to technology and whatnot. The only thing, oh wait, so the land here was more fruitful, so they were more developed, they were better developed in agriculture. But not when it came to mechanics, not when it came to literature, understanding language, philosophy. They were just way too far advanced, bro. So yes, that was the advantage the Americans had. But there were still hierarchies here too in the Americas. Pre-Columbus. Pre-Columbus. Okay. Um the Navy came from the Moors. Okay. So to the human society, did did the Arabs and Berbers and certain Africans contribute to society as we know it today? Of course. When you look at the star systems in the sky, they have Arabic names. Stars in the sky have Arabic names. They were they loved science. They love math. Yeah. Um I'm speaking about tribal warfare against who? What, the indigenous? Yeah, it was very local. They had no other option. The indigenous had no other option but to uh have tribal warfare. What other warfare would they have if they couldn't go for? You know, yo, matter of fact, before the horses and donkeys were brought here, all they had was what, llamas. How far would you travel? They didn't even use the wheel as a form of transportation in the Americas until the Europeans brought the horses, oxen, and all that, and donkeys and shit. They had to travel by foot. You know how long it would take you to go see somebody? I mean, to go spin the block. You know how long it would take you? Yeah, they were traveling by foot. That's why they had no real. They, in the Americas, indigenous, they already had the concept of the wheel, but it wasn't utilized the same way. They didn't use it for transportation. All right, so let me damn. Yeah, there were things like the Black Plague and whatnot. They went through that. They went through that. Shout out to the 9 people in the building. I'm just saying, Christopher Columbus is the GOAT. He opened up Pandora's box. People, the people, the same individuals who are critical of him. How can, but you don't applaud him for his bravery, self determination? Come on, dog. You telling me how many people are gonna go into the ocean? They don't know where they're going. They think they know where they're going. Is pitch? Imagine you're like out here in New England right now. It's raining. It's cold. It's windy. Imagine the ocean right now, and it's pitch black, bro. And y'all gotta eat little sides of food, little sizes of food. Sip little water. You horny. You hungry. You're facing the threat of pirates. You thinking about your girl back home. She probably over there getting piped down. You know what I mean? You got all these things. You don't know if you're gonna come back home to make it alive, bro. How many people are willing to go through that? Even to this day, with all the advancements we have, it's still risky going out there fishing in the middle of the ocean. What's them dudes that be up in Canada and all that? Fishing for tuna and what was that show? What was that show? I think the Discovery Channel or something. Them dudes that they go fishing for 3 months, fishing shrimp and tuna and all that. Like, come on, bro, sharks and shit. They be going for months and they get paid stupid crazy because it's high risk. It's high risk. Mm. Okay. All right. So Puerto Rican Rum says, I mean, my bad, my bad. He was responding to Puerto Rican Rum. Nobody's saying that the Africans and natives were saints, but it's a whole difference between having tribal beef and wiping a whole group of people. Rakim. I was speaking about this earlier. 90% of indigenous people were wiped out due to the diseases first. You have to understand. Same thing, yo. Why you think it was so difficult for Europe to take over the interior of Africa? I mentioned this earlier. Malaria and yellow fever was whooping their ass. Malaria and yellow fever. They couldn't stand it. They couldn't handle it. Africa at one point was called the white man's grave, bro. Go look it up. This ain't no cat. Until when they went to South America, I forgot the natural resource they found. They found something in South America. It was like part of the tree or something that helped fight against malaria. So that's what you have to remember, bro. And people forget that part. That was more like a not a blunder, but it was more like a positive accident. Listen, like this, a, a blessing in disguise. The example, like Columbus thinking he going somewhere else, he ended up somewhere else. He lands in the Bahamas. He's like, hey, wait, what is this? And then they fix up the boat and they go land in Dominican Republic, what is now Dominican Republic, Haiti. And like, hey, you know what? We like it here. We gonna stay here. And little did he know that he would change the world forever. Like a gift in disguise, right? A gift in disguise. Oh, they got resources. Oh, they got gold. Oh, they got silver. Oh shit. All these food and fruits and spices and all that. Oh, word. Say no more. Oh, they got a way of doing things here. Okay. Well, we're gonna introduce certain things to them. And next thing you know, people are dropping like flies left and right. So that and in my mind, I'm looking at it like, okay, so they took this voyage and they say, yo, you know what? We could take this shit over. Like we could take this from these people. I think we smarter than them, and that's what they did. And then so then they were also they had like the superior mindset, like yo, we know better than them. We're gonna have to give them this religion because the way they living is crazy. They're not living like us. They don't have notebooks. They don't have pen. They don't read. We're too advanced. We're too advanced. And yo, we gotta put them on. They ain't living right. And 500 years later, we got the internet. All right. So Intro Valley says, "Yo, shout out to the people who's watching on YouTube and on Facebook. Um, yo, I just as a man, bro, I don't like. I think I used to think like people like that before. Like, oh, fuck Columbus. Like when I was younger. Because I know who said this shit, yo. It was a philosopher. Who said this, yo? This philosopher said, if at 20 you're not a liberal, you're heartless. But at 40, if you're not conservative, you're brainless. And I think we have to transform at some point. So I know I was like extremely pro black and fuck the system, fuck authority, fuck structure, fuck discipline, F rules. But as time progressed, I noticed in life, wait a minute, that's not how life works. Utopia doesn't work. Rules do. Merit does, you know? And I think people have to just shift their mindset. You have to look at history and what's today. More look at it like a story, like a storyline that you have to follow. Don't Don't look at it like it's me against them or it's you versus you, yo. That's your biggest battle. That's your biggest battle. So when we speak on great people like Christopher Columbus, I don't try to input like my moral stance on things. I just try to look at more like, damn, why was he so significant? What did he do? What did he do? Why did he have that position? Why was he an aristocrat? Why did people like him, love him? Even though he was Italian, everybody didn't like him. Everyone didn't like him. Sugar Bum, you don't even show your face, man. What you doing on my channel? She says nothing about you seems and that's what you think. And that's what you think. And that's what you think. Doesn't matter. I don't even know. You might be a man, bro. You a joke. Rick says honestly, we get brainwashed by society. A lot of us grow grow up and then we start realizing that our parents and grandparents were right about a lot of shit. Exactly. 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 I'm just saying, Christopher Columbus was the GOAT because he reshaped the world, civilization. How can you not acknowledge that? But if he was black, people would they would look at him different. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. Just think of how the world changed because of him. Just really think about it. Think about it. I don't know. I don't know. A fighter's a fake conservative. I don't know. I don't know. I align myself better with them than with liberals. Were they looking for a perfect world when that's never existed and never will? They hate capitalism but participate in it. People hate capitalism but participate in it every second they get. They're the most materialistic e- e- ever. They're not minimalist. Now, if you hated capitalism and you were a minimalist, I would understand because you live here. Then what else you have to do? You have to survive. But then those people never tend to be minimalist. They got the best technology, best cell phone, got nice clothes, live in the best neighborhood. It doesn't go in accordance with what they spew. So there's a lot of contradictions and hypocrisies. Something I noticed. Um, damn, somebody showed me love. Yo, what the fuck? I don't know why I can't. Did somebody? Okay. Oh, shout out to Introvili. Shout out Introvili for the super chat. Introvili, bro. That's your new name, like Introvelli, like Machiavelli. Um, W. Columbus, our story is truly rich. Yo, listen, bro. And all I'm saying is, if it wasn't for Columbus, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be alive, bro. I wouldn't be alive. People don't like to hear that shit. I wouldn't be alive, dog. Española history. Que lo que, my bro? Oh, bro, I gotta hit you. What's the best way I could hit you? Where's the best place, brother? Man, I wish. I'm gonna drop the link soon for anyone that wants to join in. Um, Española history. What would be the best way for me to contact you? TikTok or Instagram? But anyways, all right. So you say salute fighter que lo que to this day. We still rely on Columbus's diary to know what happened back then. If he didn't keep those records, we wouldn't know anything about the history, bro. Come on, man. I just don't understand. Like, why? How can people dare hate on greatness, yo? Whether you liked it or not. He was great. He showcased desperation, yo, and his desperation changed the world. Don't be jealous, bro, because he accomplished something great. 500 years later, we still talking about him, bro. Come on, dog. Don't hate now, bro. 500 years later, we talking about him. He made a mark. Okay, men were masculine back then. They weren't as scared as you. But all right, sugar bump. What am I supposed to do? I take risk, yo. All right, one of the bravest things I do. I'm a boxer. I'm a warrior, right? And I'm not about to say I'm Scarface, but I took risk before. Okay, so I don't know, right? But so as a man, sugar bum. Actually, I like this comment you made. As a man, I tell myself I have to be the best I can be, right? So that's why I venerate and I revere many men that people criticize. I admire them on a different angle. Damn, yo, how did he reach power like that? Why was he so influential? Was it his discipline, the way he speaks, his habits, the way he dresses, his goals? You gotta remember, man. Back then, we living in good times on Earth right now. Back then, life was hard. Life was hard back then. Life was harsh. People say, yeah, he discovered, yeah, by accident, whichever way you want to call it. You know why he discovered America, bro? Because people weren't aware of it. Like, he introduced people to this. Say, yo, look, this is what we got. This is what they got here. This is why this is important. This is the things that we could use. Actually, we could move out there. The land is fruitful. So, oh, I just came up with a great argument. I just came up with a great argument. I can't wait till it comes up. Gas mask. All right, hold on. Damn, why is my phone doing this? Damn, it's doing some dumb shit. All right. All right. Vikings were it? Yeah. Yeah, Leif Erikson. Yeah, like 500 years prior to him. Leif Erikson, the Norse niggas, right? From the Nordic countries, all Sweden and Norway and all that. But what did they do? They landed in Canada. They was in Greenland. They went to Canada and they left because they couldn't withstand that cold ass weather, bro. They left. They didn't make settlements and colonies, and their shit was a temporary. They said, "Oh yeah, we can't stay here. This shit harsh out here." Yeah, they was harsh. Talk about it. Yeah, they was out in Nova Scotia and whatnot. They didn't stay. That shit is only survived like Nordic sagas, right? They left, bro. They were scared. They not tougher than Columbus. Columbus went to war and stayed out here and had to fight diseases. Oh my god, Asians were here already, but they didn't. What did they? They were just living. They were living hunter gathering, whatever. That's what they were doing, bro. We talking about they were disconnected Asians. Dr. Feel Good, disconnected Asians. Come on, I've been talking about this on my channel for at least 5 years now. They were disconnected. Them Eskimos, they're disconnected. Okay, it's called anthropology, bro. That's what that is, bro. It's anthropology. Yo, thank you, Puerto Rican rum. Yeah, these whole my ground, like how your moral high ground or like ethics. We can't. We're not gonna play that over here, okay? I used to be a pro black too. I used to be a pro black too. You know, I understand. I used to hate on the white man. Puerto Rican rum says, listen, everyone back then was effed up. The Europeans just had better technology. That's the reality. Bigger tribes are wiping out smaller tribes and taking their resources all the time back then. Of course, and taking their women. Yo, and we have to remember the distinction between Leif Erikson and Christopher Columbus. The distinction is crucial. He changed the way of civilization, found trade routes, had immigration, and all the other bad stuff. Leif Erikson didn't leave no impact. Yeah, I just made contact there and left because it was cold as hell. Like, come on, man. We can't compare the two. Yo, gas mask, and that's what I'm telling you. People, yo. There's absolutely no connection blacks have out here outside of slavery. What I'm telling them is, were they maybe people that look like Dr. Martin Luther King, people that look like Dwayne Wade, were on the were what we call now the United States, were they here 1,000 years ago? Yeah, maybe, but it wasn't a bunch of them. It wasn't just cities. It was probably a couple hundred sprinkled here and there, not civilizations. Come on, man. Thank you. Leif Erikson and Chris leaning on different climate and this different technological difference too is gonna be different results. Of course, bro. In a different climate where things are more fruitful in the Caribbean versus Canada. Come on now. Yo, in Dominican Republic, there's only one place where it snows. It's in Constanza. That's in the Cibao region, the central part, the most mountainous part of the country. You heard? Besides that, it's fruitful in DR. Yeah, okay. Frida Grain, what's going on, my guy? Should I came up, man? Yo, fighter, who you beating up now? Nah, 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 nah. I'm just talking about Christopher Columbus is the GOAT. Christopher Columbus is the GOAT. Okay, gas mask, why they left? Gas mask, I don't think they're built in the cold, but they couldn't last. They couldn't last in Canada. Gas mask, why they left? It wasn't as alluring as Dominican Republic, huh? Because when Columbus landed in Dominican Republic, he said, "Oh, this shit is like paradise." He said, "Oh, this is like paradise." When the Vikings went to Canada, yo, they said, "Oh man, we can't do shit over here, man. We going back." The War of the Roses. What's that? I'm gonna take that in my notes. The War of the Roses. My weight class was we could let's just say let's just say middleweight. Let's just say middleweight. And yeah, right here, yeah. The Aztecs built empire by slaughtering small tribes and taking their resources and their women. Y'all think indigenous tribes had age of consent? Do y'all think indigenous tribes had age of consent? I'm dropping a link, y'all. If anybody wants to join, you heard? Yo, but y'all think indigenous tribes had age of consent? I want to know what y'all think. I want to know what y'all think. I want someone to oppose on the pin. Or Dr. Philgood, who are you? Do I know who you are? Yeah, I'm about to make a boxing channel. I got a boxing channel ready, bro, and I got videos to upload. I was just had a boxing fight. Both of my boys on professional fights, they got knockouts each. Both of my boys, they got a knockout win. Oh, what's good, bro? Okay, okay, it's DC. Was good, brother? What's good? We gonna lock in, bro. 200 plus? Nah, I'm under 200 gas match. I've been back in the gym. I'm about to be fighting again. I'm back in the gym. Quisqueya, yeah. Dior was the indigenous name of Dior is Quisqueya. It was like the mother of all lands. Taino name. Arawak, whatever. Yeah, well, Taino was the people, Arawak is the language. Um and IT is was the name for the western side of the island. It just means high mountains, land of mountains. Yeah, they traded with the natives. The natives up in Canada. You heard, bro? But Vikings didn't leave an imprint, bro. Now you're right. Well, Timasuna somewhat, because you have to remember that's a great advantage. If if the natives weren't 2,000 years behind in technology, they would have went to Europe, they would have went to Africa, they would have went to Asia and took over. But they weren't far ahead. They were beefing within their little sects, sects, their little section. Bro, it's all right, man. Yo, this nigga, yo, the popular alone is all right, man. The black man did everything, bro. God damn, bro. And just to remind you, more doesn't mean black, okay? The Moors weren't all black people. Just letting you know that most of them were Berber. You know what was Berber, Arab. Don't die on that hill, bro. Do not die on that hill. The fact that the fact that y'all wanna listen. The fact that y'all wanna compare the Vikings and Leif Erikson to Columbus is crazy to me. They didn't impact the world the same. Whether good or bad, Columbus changed the dynamic forever, bro. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't exist. Popular Loner, you say you have Dominican, right? You wouldn't exist, brother. It's called the butterfly effect. And I'm live on Facebook too, man. I know people going crazy. I dropped the link if anybody want to hop in too. I'm gonna drop it again once more. Super, what's shaking? Leif Erikson, Leif Erikson was the leader. Okay, what Viking did some ill shit out here, man? Yeah, what Viking? What Viking changed the world? Slave catches. Yo, you want to keep bigging up the white man? Now or you want to big up the other white man? Huh? Okay, look, nigga, am I a Spaniard? My mom's side can trace indigenous roots. I have it in my. Oh, what about your dad's side? I want to see that DNA kit. I want to see that DNA kit. What you Cherokee? These niggas be driving me crazy, yo. Yo, motherfuckers is Hebrews, niggas is astronauts, aliens, Anunnaki, Irish, niggas is everything, bro. Egyptian. No, the first Greeks were black, bro. What the? You can't be everything. We know the Afro Asiatic man. Like, come on, my nigga. Like, oh my god, yo, this is driving me crazy. But you can't be everything. The black man invented water. Nigga. God damn, yeah, like shit. Like let the other people have something. Yo, let other people have something, nigga. God damn, nigga. Oh yeah, yeah. Me no black, me Hebrew Israelite, me no black, me more, me no black, me that. I'm using that. I'm using that shit, nigga. I'm screenshotting this one. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Me no black, me FBA. It's crazy. Yo, niggas, yo, y'all kill me. And you know what's crazy? Y'all think I'm like a coon, I'm racist. Yo, I love black people, bro. Yo, I'm black. Yo, nigga, hold on. Yo, look at this nose, lips, high cheekbones, my hair. I know I got my hair did and shit, shit braided. I'm a black man, bro. But we can't be everything. Me no conservatives. Wild. Me no conservative. Because we can't be everything, man. We gotta choose. Like the black man is the first fighter. Oh man, y'all funny, man. Y'all too funny, yo. We gonna argue all day on this motherfucker. Yo, and y'all lucky, yo, y'all lucky. I'm not on my computer, my laptop, whatever, because I can't, pull the funny videos and the clips and my soundboard. Right now, I'm just hitting y'all with the raw content. But at the end of the day, it's happy Christopher Columbus Day, man. The kids didn't have school today, right? I'm not half European. I'm like a third. I'm like a third, but my mother or my father would not be considered European or white. Yeah, everybody's a fucking more. I'm a sub-Saharan nigga. I'm a more. I'm a more. I'm a king. Yo, I'm a king. Yo, everybody's a king, but they don't know that kings were right, like kind of evil or whatever. I guess right, hierarchy. Oh, we was kings, nigga. Everybody can't be a king or queen, dog. For every million people, there was one king or queen, dog. Like, come on, man. Everybody can't be a king or queen. Most people were peasants. Moron is crazy. More, he said, moron is crazy. Oh man, moron. Yo, yo, y'all lucky. Yo, got my computer. I'm on my phone right now, man. This is why this shit is dry. But this is still a good conversation. Do you also love white people? Man, I don't know, man. I love who I get along with. I love who love me. I used to be racist, yo. I had a I was going through a phase where I didn't, you know, you know. Yo, give me a second real quick. Hold on, let me check something real quick. Shout out to the 15 people in the building. Hit the like button, yo. Hit the like button if anyone wants to jump on. Let me know. I'll drop the link. Um hit the cash app, hit the super chat, the cash app right there, call 07. I can't do song requests because I'm I'm on my phone. I'm not, my mini Mac is getting repaired, so I should have it back this week. If this African nigga keep playing with me, I'm gonna have to get a new computer, man. And y'all know how it go with my lives. Being racist is bad. I'm not, bro. I'm like people say I'm racist is funny because I pick on everyone. You know, I just I don't know. I find this conversation interesting. But hold on, let me check something real quick. Hold up. All right, we back. Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly, Aleem. I'm racist. I'm racist, and I was just with Aleem in Philly. Stop playing with me. Super says I'm racist, bro. But I make fun of everyone. Yeah, but not really. But yeah, yeah, Reek. We related to Moors, but not really. But yeah, because there was the Spanish. Okay. So 18th letter says, fighter. I'm an African American and a descended West African slave. I'm not a Moor. I'm not a Hebrew Israelite or a native. But I guess self esteem has to be taught. So Rakim, I don't. You know what the thing is? Because it's like a plea for power, right? Like why can't you just what's so wrong with being descended of African and then your people got mixed up with other groups of people and ta like there's this new culture now you're your own subgroup. Why do people have an issue with that? Like why can't you just admit it? Hey, yeah, my people, yeah, like most of my bloodline were enslaved people. It's the past. It's the fucking bro. It's the past, bro. There's nothing you could do about it. All we could do is talk about it and move on. Yo, whatever happened to the thing about your past doesn't define you? Come on, yo. Yeah, that's his. That's all, yo. That's all. I don't like the I wish there was a new word, but I don't want to claim to be a loser. Like I don't I don't want to associate myself with that, with tragedy. I don't want to associate with tragedy. Yeah, Tim. Like yo, niggas be killing me with this shit. Yo, the new thing is, and there's gonna be a topic I'm gonna speak about now. Yo, I always. These are reparations. Oh yeah, you heard California. The reparations. That's a topic I'm gonna talk. That's another topic I'm gonna talk about. The California dude, the candidate, political candidate, he about to. Oh, he trying to get reparations for Cali. You think if they vote for him, you think he gonna get that money from where? He's saying, I will get y'all reparations, California, Black American FBA. Now, is he speaking directly about FBA? I'm guessing so, right? So, what about the Mexicans? Because Cali did Mexicans dirty. Like that's gonna be interesting. And he's proposing something. Just because he promised you something and then you vote for him doesn't mean he has to fulfill it. Right? He's just trying to get voted for. He's trying to get in office. So let's see. That's gonna be. I can't wait till I get my computer back because that might be just all a ploy. Um, there's this a pilgrim fella. He's running for something in Cali. I forgot. Oh man, I don't know, bro. I've been so tired. I had a rough weekend. Well, yeah, once I get my computer back, I got a lot of topics to speak to you guys about. But that's one. That's an interesting one. I saw. Oh, we get reparations. Reek, not you. Reek, you're not FBA. Reek, you Dominican. And you ain't getting FBA money. See, that's what we talking about. FBA. You say FBA. Now I understand y'all Black America. I understand African Americans now. Now I understand. Now this Dominican one is the money. I thought you was in black, bro. Right? I thought you wasn't black. Now you want now you want a paycheck. Nah, nigga, over here, se habla español, you know? Stop playing with me, man. Yo, shout out to Christopher Columbus though. Shout out to Christopher Columbus, man. He put the world on to this whole area, man. That's a big chunk of earth that was disconnected. A big chunk of earth. You're remarkable. Niggas was Hebrew Israelites, Egyptian, everything in the book except black. Mm. Yeah, but like I told you, if this African guy does not fix my computer right soon, I'm just gonna I'm gonna buy a new one because it's been what 2 weeks now. It's getting kind of annoying. You're an American. All right, yeah, that's cool. Of course, I hope so. Can't read. Oh man, the pre cum baby is crazy. Would that makes him less of a human because he's a pre cum baby? Oh shit. Does that make him less of a human being because he's a freakum baby? Like what? Yo, I'm trolling. I'm how am I trolling? Yo. You know what the problem is? I think I'm funny without trying sometimes, or maybe my voice it comes off as condescending. But I'm dead serious, and I be spitting facts. And you know what bothers me? Most people don't bother to read. I'm the only weirdo in the world who enjoys reading, and I'm not just after things that confirm my biases, right? I also take in things that speak against what I believe or what sound good to me. You have to take in the whole thing. That's what she said. I take the whole thing. But yeah, he's a US citizen, right? Yeah, man. I just don't know like Indigenous Day, like I don't know what. Happy Christopher Columbus Day, nigga. Cause it drive me crazy when Dominicans wanna rep the Taino shit. Puerto Ricans too. I ain't gonna lie, like Puerto Ricans all Taino, like that. I'm like, I guess. Alright, okay. I guess you like the Taino. But Dominicans definitely shouldn't be repping that shit. And now they want to give now Jamaicans, Haitians. Well, like, come on, dog. Jamaicans and Haitians, bro. We got 3% Taino blood in you, or none. Doesn't make sense. I don't want to rep. I'm not Taino. That's like I'm like 9% indigenous, bro. The man, the man who taught you how to read. Who taught you how to read? Popular loner. Who taught you how to read, boy? Who taught you how to read? Mind control. Oh, this nigga's crazy. Yo, popular loner. What you use? African African toothpaste, the like the black tooth. What you use the black toothpaste, bro? We are not Taino, dog. You are not Pocahontas' little brother. Stop, shit, crazy. Yeah, bro. I'm like 8, and you know what's crazy? According to them, my indigenous blood is It's not even it's barely Dominican. It's like Colombian and shit. But it doesn't mean I'm Colombian. Like that's people just be weird like that. People that read DNA tests, they don't know how to read and they don't know what they're reading. Oh, I'm 10% Irish. I'm 4% Egyptian. Like, no, that's not what that mean, bro. That don't mean you can take a passport. That don't mean you could go and live over there and be a citizen. No, that's not what that mean. I think like people get confused. I'm 2% Jewish. Like, yeah, nigga, that no, that don't no, that's not how that works. I'm 4% Cherokee. You're not getting a check every month, bro. You can't live on the reservation. You cannot live on the reservation. Hispaniola says people want to be Taino but rely on Spanish history to figure out what a Taino is. Exactly. But we have to, yo, we have to be real, man. Yeah, because Tainos weren't writing shit down. We have to remember, yo, we are mostly mulatto, and specifically Dominicans. There are few mulatto countries: Cape Verde, Brazil, DR. There might be a few more, but those are the three main mulatto countries in the world: Cape Verde, Brazil, DR. All right, they Coleo, you know my Instagram. Send it to my IG. Yeah, he say he gonna smoke me with facts. Oh, yeah, here we go. Gonna smoke me with facts. Brazil was quadroon, but I don't know. I don't know. Mm. Yeah, originally, yep. Before they hit the islands. Yeah, Puerto Rican rum. Yep, that's a fact. Puerto Rican rum. Sephardic Association. I mean, I'm the swarthy Sephardic spick. You heard the swarthy Sephardic spick. Let's go. I'm like 1% Jewish, dog. Yeah, they got the Zombos, exotic blacks. But not listen, man. I mean, Christopher Columbus. It is what it is. It happened already. How can you get mad at something that was way before you? If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here. Yeah, we don't have genetic extremes. You're right about that. That's what I explain people. Like, we don't have genetic extremes in DR, but we're the blackest overall Hispanic country outside of Equatorial Guinea, which is a country in Africa where they speak Spanish, the closest to like Spain. Yo, young man, bro, you like a year older than me, bro. What are you talking about? Yo, happy years to you, bro. I already went through that rabbit hole of the whole we was natives, we was kings, we was Moors. I went through that rabbit hole already. The white man is the devil and all that. I went through that already. Melanin means you a god and all that shit. Yeah, I went through that already. The black woman is God. I went through that too. Yeah, I went through all that phase, bro. The aliens are coming. They're gonna come here to steal our energy. Yeah, I went through all that. Tinfoil hats. We living in a what that simulation. Yeah, you living in a movie. The Truman Show. Yeah, we know that the we know everybody's favorite lines. Flat, you a flat earther? Let me guess, you a flat earther too? Let me guess. What's good with y'all, man? Yo. I want to play my music. I want to play video clips, but this Nigerian guy is playing games. Yo, Popular, I told you, you're trying to speak to me. Oh, you going? How can I thank you later, bro? I already went through that path. You're speaking to me about a road I already traveled, and I studied and I read on, and I said, "Huh, there's a lot of bullshit," and I left. I'm good. That's like when it comes to religion, same thing. I saw what religion was. I said, "This doesn't religion doesn't benefit me. It's not conducive to me. The only way religion could benefit my life was if I manipulated it into be conniving. You know, because yo, you could definitely use the gospel in your favor, but I'm not into that. You know, yo, listen, I don't believe in all that Catholicism and all that. It's real shady business. But then Dominican Republic has a Bible in their emblem. The only flag in the world with a Bible in it. And I respect it for what it is still. I still respect the flag. I still respect the flag. But it's all bullshit to me, bro. Okay, does the microphone on your phone work right now? I need you to hop on this panel, bro, before I leave. Does the microphone on your phone work right now? I need to know. I need yo. Does the mic when you can you speak to people on the phone? You only text people. You don't speak to people on the phone because you on your phone right now. Your microphone works. 'Cause I want you to put me on. I'm not gonna care tomorrow. I care right now. I'm gonna lose interest if you don't try to enlighten me. You might save my life. Popular Loner, you might save my life, man. The DR is blessed, man. Nigga, yo, you just talk, yo, you nigga, you're talking crazy right now, bro. Yo, oh my god, by being present, come on, nigga, you're wilding right now. You're not talking to a little kid, bro. What the fuck is this, nigga? You think you talking to a dumb white girl out in Maryland where you live at, nigga? No, nigga. He think he talking to some green nigga. Oh, I already saved you by being here. Like, nigga, what? Nigga, you sound crazy, nigga. This nigga think I'm stupid. This nigga think I smoke crack. Yo, I got his missing tooth from boxing, bro. Not because I smoke crack. This nigga stupid as fuck. This nigga's crazy. Yo, hit the link. Ignite. Yo, educate me. I want you to educate me. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. This nigga here. Oh, now that nigga gonna teach me about boxing too. What can the black man not do? This nigga's trolling. Oh, I'm blessing you by being here. This nigga. He's not providing no knowledge. Yo, I'm an indigenous man because I said so. Trust me, bro. Yeah, I can only imagine the people watching this on Facebook. Like, yo, what is this guy talking about? He trolling. We at the bodega. If you're on Facebook, I can't see your comments. I don't even think you could comment. Well, no, yeah, you could comment under the post, but I wouldn't be able to see it. I think so. I would have later after this live is done, then I could go back and see it over there. But yeah, Doctor Feelgood over here, aka Popular Loner, is saying all this and all that, but he's not coming up here to educate me. I dropped the link. I drop it again if you don't see it. Cause I don't like when people do that. Like, oh yo, bro, you just if I send it, no, I can't show it, bro. No, I told you, I'm not on the computer. I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone. Fuck a video. Why don't you come up here? Fuck a video. This is how I know people don't pay attention. I said it like 3 times. My computer's messed up, and you're very limited on these YouTube streams or like through StreamYard, the third party app, to do anything because you're on your phone. You can't have access to videos, download videos, and upload it to the online streaming service and play it back. I can't do that. Like it would have to be a video I already pre-uploaded or music I already had up here when I was on the computer. I just want to know why you can't come up here and speak with conviction. Bro, is that it won't matter then. Cause I feel like you in the hot seat right now. You real engaged in the comments. You know, I hate that. I hate you know what's crazy? I hate when people do that. When they say, "Oh, I can't really talk on the phone." Nigga, you can talk on the phone for 20 seconds because you've been texting back and forth, and that takes out more time and more focus than you just speaking on the phone. Because if you just speaking on the phone, you can still multitask, right? If you're texting, your eyes have to be on the screen, your fingers, your mind, you have to be paying attention to everything you're doing. That's what I'm saying. Texting takes out more energy. You have to be looking at the screen and you have to be using your fingers. You have to read like but you can speak and you don't even have to be looking at the screen. Okay, he's saying this. Okay, so what are you doing right now? This niggas, yeah, I'm telling you, man. This is how you get niggas, man. He want to tell me how I'm indigenous to here. I want to know how that's gonna benefit my life. Eh, But your word, bro, you're gonna bring this up, bro. You're gonna come up here and bring it up. You're gonna come over here and bringing it up, but doesn't matter anymore. It's not gonna be appropriate to the conversation. Whatever, whatever. This nigga saying anything. Damn, I'm getting tired already. You're not being a coon. All you fight. I don't know what a coon is. You let me know. What's a coon? What's a coon? Super. When you go to work, are you a coon with your boss? Because everybody pro black until they go to work. Crazy boy, you got to pay attention. Crazy boy, he's trying to convince me that I'm a more. I'm indigenous to the Americas. We was here before Columbus. That's what he's trying to say. He's saying the African slave trade was all a lie, and they exaggerated the numbers. He's actually saying that the slave trade happened in reverse. There were black people that were here, and they took them to uh, Europe, and natives, and they took them to Europe. He's saying it happened backwards. But yo, damn, is it raining again? It's crazy. It's been raining for 2 days straight. I'm not even talking about that. You keep minimalizing into that. Don't be a reductionist, brother. But yeah, man. He trying to be nice now because he don't want to come up. He gonna get cooked. My boy gonna get cooked. But y'all, listen, bro. I'm tired. I'm an old man now, man. I'm tired. It's 10:13, and I'm genuinely tired. So I ain't trying to be nice. Look at trying to be nice. I'm about to log off, man. I'm about to log off. I got to talk my shit for like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. I did good today. But like I said, it's gonna be more entertaining. Me playing videos and video clips and music and whatnot. Um, once I get my computer back. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But for now, I'll be doing these 2 hour clips. Bam, bam, just to keep you entertained. And if you want to show love, you hit the super chat or you hit the cash app, man. $1, $2, $3, whatever helps. Or share this channel. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Follow my Instagram, and this is how you support. You show love. Over here, I'm open to all type of different people, no matter your gender, sex, race, religion, occupation. It don't matter. Just come through, show love in any way that you can. But I think one of the most productive is sharing my channel to people the closest like, yo, look at this guy, he funny, or I think he corny. Go over there and debate him, or whatever. Or watch this channel with me. He's kind of, you know what I mean? Super. I don't know what that means, but okay. I don't know what that means, man. I don't know what a coon is. Well, that will be determined once I get my computer back. If I get it back Thursday, it'll be Thursday night, you know? But I feel like this African is playing with me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you just playing. Yeah, I can't tell. Get the fuck out of here. For real? This nigga gassing me right now. Popular, I don't know why you gassing me, bro. Yeah, nigga. That's how black I am. I let an African try to fix my computer. You said that you see people on forums. Oh, well, recently, because there was someone like 2, 3 years ago speak about, I was on a forum. Not 2 years ago, like 3 years ago. 3, 4 years ago. Someone told me that they were speaking about me on a forum. Oh, so you a Hebrew Israelite? You a Hebrew Israelite more. And the plot thickens. Lipstick Alley. Lipstick Alley. Crenshaw Mafia. What the fuck? Yeah. Lipstick Alley. Lipstick Alley is a YouTube channel. So you are so Hamite. So y'all don't like Africans. Hebrew Israelites don't like Africans, bro. Wait, Lipstick Alley. Okay, okay, I'm confused. So is lips? What is lips? Is Lipstick Alley of Lipstick Alley is a Lipstick Alley is a YouTube channel or is a forum? That sounds like some drag queen stuff. Well, yeah, look, see, look, either like drag queen or it's women shit or it's drag queen shit. It has to be either or. It's a forum. All right, so what they saying? Good things or bad things? Ah, this nigga, and you never screenshot it. I wish there was a way I could find it. I wish there was a way I could find it. Okay, Super says is a it's a forum. So if I look it up on Google, I can find it. You think? Lona, you don't even got my IG, bro. All right, so I'm gonna put Lipstick Alley, and then I'm gonna put my name. Shit, I'm gonna do it right now. Let me see. I'm gonna do it right now. Lipstick Alley. Yo, y'all can hear me right now? Can y'all hear me? Lipstick Alley Fighter Complex. Let me see if that my shit pop up. Y'all can hear me? Yo, yo, could y'all hear me? I was just talking. I was trying to type it in. Could y'all hear me? They trying to line you. Like, who trying to line me? Reek, who trying to line me? Could y'all hear me when I was just typing? I had like stepped away. I wonder if you can still hear me, hear me when I go through the different tab. All right. Okay. So I'm on a different tab. Hmm. Lipstick Alley. Shit. Uh, yeah, I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it, bro. Yeah, I see the phone. I saw, and I had heard about it before. Oh shit! But yo, man, it's 10:30. I think Popular on said he's gonna try to find it for me. Yeah, but Reek, how you saying they're trying to line me because of what? I don't know how they would be trying to line me. Let me. I think this dude lie. I think you lying to me, bro. Popular on them. Let's see. That's crazy. Like how people forms. I feel like that's an older people thing. I heard of it. I heard of the forum before. That's crazy because I never been a part of forums because I would like to know who I'm speaking to. You know, because on forums it's so mysterious. I don't like that. Who's it? Yeah, my bad. I'm over here. I got lost now. I'm on Instagram now. I got lost on Instagram now. My fault. But yeah, man. I participate. I'll be able to showcase you guys better lives once I'm back on my computer, and yeah, it just be a better production. Yeah, I mean, I'm not about to go dig through that forum because they post things on that forum. constantly. Papelilona fucked up by not taking a screenshot. You ain't gonna find it, bro. Yo, they post things on there every 2 minutes. Okay. But yo, damn. Yo, it's 10:30. It's Monday night. I'm out of here. Peace. I'll go live tomorrow. Even if it's for 30 minutes, I'll go live. Different topic. Talk to you.